need to say the station, just strong.
Oh, strong arm or fresh to death. Okay. It's hard.
Big fan.
Thank you. Nah,
Twitter.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Greetings, everyone. Stalley, Master Ohio 330. You already know. I'm chilling with strong arm or fresh to death. You already know. Stalley. That classic Stalley music. This is one of them. Milk City. My older homies told me hustling's a part of making it, and no one's handing over anything, you gotta take it. Not simple rules when you trying to flex skills and align yourself with bills and keep a hold of faith with it. Cause most niggas making it took their soul away from it and did some godforsakeness. That's when the day fell and the night came. The angels grew horns and we was running through the streets like some Vikings, with loose wings trying to hold on to the sky. But we was falling from the stars trying to stay alive. I know it seems funny what we reaching for, and I was racing trying to put both feet through the door. The allure of success and more had me reeled in tunnel vision.
So, you recently signed with Maybach Music. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Why do you feel it's better to be signed instead of taking it independently, like many other artists are currently doing right now?
I mean, I'm not sure if it's better either way. I just think that it depends on the artist and the situation. You know what I mean? Like, some people don't need a major label or don't even want a major label. You know, some people don't need it and they still, use it as a tool to, gain more recognition or help with exposure. I mean, when you're working with a label, it's a beast, another beast, that can help you reach a whole different demographic and fan base and things like that. So it just depends on where you want to go with your career, what you're trying to make out of it, and, it will fit better.
So what advantages do you feel like you have being signed to Maybach?
I just get to continue to do what I do, build my platform, get stronger and stronger, and as an artist all around, and with the help of Ross and Maybach Music, I mean, it's a no-brainer, really. Like, yeah.
You recently released Lincoln Way Nights, and the title was Intelligent Punk Music.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that theme?
It's just that, like it's intelligent music, period, like conceptually and musically. I wanted it to sound, I wanted to have ill concepts, dope lyrics, but I also wanted the music to be arranged and orchestrated, so to say, in a way that it was intelligent, and it had a lot of different changes and a lot of different tempos, and I just wanted it to be smart music, but I also wanted it to be enjoyable and fun for everybody. So, and I think we did a great job accomplishing that. So yeah.
And you also work with many producers. Who is some of the producers that you would like to work with that you haven't?
I don't know. I mean, there's not really a lot of producers that I think are being innovative at this time. You know what I mean? Everything kind of sounds cut and copy or whatever you want to say. But I mean, there's a few. Like I'm a fan of Kanye. I like 40. T-Minus and Boy Wonder, I think that those dudes got some dope sounds. I mean, you got every Swiss Beats. There's a lot of dope, producers, but there's also a lot of bad ones. So I guess it depends on who I would vibe with.
And speaking of sounds, Midwest rap is known really heavily in Chicago and Detroit. How do you feel your place is in Ohio?
I mean, we are Midwest rap, you know what I mean? Like, we have Bone. Bone created that whole sound, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Ohio has a lot of talent. We've had a lot of talent, but now we're starting to get, the recognition with guys like myself and, Cuddy and Chip the Ripper and Machine Gun Kelly and artists like that coming out. We finally getting, enough voices out there to bring attention to the state. But we've always been there. We've always been talented and had talented artists there. So.
And one of your mixtapes in the skit, you said that you were the Bruce Springsteen of hip hop. What did you mean
Well,
by
my friend said that, but
Okay.
you know, I don't claim that. But that, you know, like a lot of people compare me to him because of just the way I, you know, carry myself, the way my music is, the message in my music. You know, I come from a blue collar city where it's everyday hardworking individuals. You know, a lot of self-made people. That was kind of like Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen's America was my America. You know, so it just kind of goes together. It's just that I rap.
It's funny how sparkling stones bring attention from these hater heads. A lot of changing faces from these potato heads. Eyes dilated when I sashay lifted. Couple doobies in the ashtray, cash clay, rub my mouth like a super champion. The long beard has a pain I be dancing in. The rain with the pharaohs, mirror image to the gods. My holy glory brings head nods. The only story I've been about is control mind with no facade. The dreamy intuition from a street politician who scarred. Back and forth with the pimps and dope boys with the banging and trunk. Semen tremblers, Milk City well.
And in your song Battling, it was about Hurricane Katrina. Why do you think that was so important to write that song?
Well, I mean, it wasn't about Hurricane Katrina. We dedicated the video to Hurricane Katrina. We shot that in New Orleans in the, you know, Upper Nine and, you know, Uptown or Magnolia, you know, just around New Orleans, period. Just trying to show love because Babylon felt like that to me. The visual that we put to Babylon felt like that. But it also was written as a song that kind of like allowed me to express myself in a way creatively that I always do and let the world see that, because when I'm writing music, I kind of babble and, you know, listen to the beat and vibe out and babble until I kind of catch a flow or a pattern or how I want to rhyme or what I want to say, and then it kind of just spills out. So that's where the concept Babylon came from.
And you got to work with Curren on the song Address. What was it like working with the infamous Spitta?
I mean, Curren is a great dude, you know, like that's my brother, hands down. Like I love him for the, you know, having the opportunity to be heard on Address. That's just an amazing song. We wrote, recorded, and shot that video in Jamaica, so it was just amazing. And again, you know what I mean, like nothing but love for Curren.
And I read in a blog that you keep growing your beard for the longevity of your career. Is there any truth to that rumor, or?
Yeah, I mean, that's how it started, you know, just me having something to grow visually with me as I grew as an artist and as a man. Like I always say, like I always know kind of where I'm at in my life when I pay attention to my beard or when I don't pay attention to my beard. Sometimes I can look and it might be breaking off or a little scraggly, so I'll know like I need to pick myself up, and you know, I might be stressing a little bit. You know, sometimes I look in the mirror, it's full, it's groomed, it looks nice, and I feel good.
And what can we expect to hear from you in the future?
Greatness, a lot of great music, you know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm just working on becoming a better artist for the future, becoming, you know, being able to provide great music for the people who support me and love what I do, and just continue to grow as a man.
And in the future, who would you like to work with?
Nobody. I want to be great by myself.
And I'ma go to a place where the bass sound thicker. Slow the beat down cause the pace a little quicker, so we stay up. When the sun goes down, we ain't make enough, so let the elevator pound.
From the jets to the penthouse, synonymous to what my life been bout. Kinetic energy, brain waves of intelligence is what I send out. Still in the cutlass doing spin outs. 87 boxed up, all tinted out. Living life on the edge. Couple links that excite the feds. Shout to Mr. Jones. It's funny how sparkling stones bring attention from these hater heads. A lot of changing faces from these potato heads. Eyes dilated when I sashay lifted. Couple doobies.